Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Amma ba'd. This will be the second day that we'll have the proposal seminar, and then the next contender here is Astary from class of 2017. Yeah, Ninda or Nindi? Nindi Astary. Okay, Nindi Astary from class of 2017. Her thesis title here is Blended Scaffolding Method Effectiveness through WhatsApp and blog for learning and improving writing process. And then who is your advisor, Nindi? Your advisor? Your thesis advisor is?
Mr. Aswir.
Mr. Aswir, okay. I hope before you joining this proposal seminar, you already watch all the previous proposal seminar, yeah? So at least you have the basic, you have the preparation before joining this proposal seminar. Okay, before we are going to start this meeting, let's start this meeting by reciting Basmalah together, yeah? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Let's hope you can answer all of the questions and then convince us with the title that you have based on the proposal thesis that you already created. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the screen share here. Okay, can you see it, Nindi?
Belum, Mister.
Okay, what about now? Okay.
Okay, udah, Mister.
Okay, come on. Time is yours. Best of luck.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
So today I'm going to explain my thesis proposal, and the title is Blended Scaffolding Method Effectiveness through WhatsApp and blog for learning and improving writing process. For the chapter 1, next. For the chapter 1, background of the study, I will explain for school in Indonesia, English is a subject that is considered difficult for students to learn, and not a few students who become inactive or silent when learning English in taking a place at the classroom. Therefore, the English teacher has a big task and a big role to provide strategies or ways so that students feel interested and have a desire in learning English. And I think students at school must learn English as one of the target language. They need to learn both language skill and language component. Language skill is like reading, speaking, listening, and writing. And for the language component, it contains vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. And I think in writing skill, students are usually difficult to start because if they writing to become a paragraph, there is influenced by interested in writing subject in English, and that happens a lot of in majority in school or other language institution that result in a minimum of student vocabulary. And then so that uh, so the reason why I chose this title is because at this time, I think a teacher should make student interested in learning, and that's why I choose WhatsApp and blog as their media to learn to write English. And I think WhatsApp and blog are enough to make them interested because their daily life currently using a smartphone or handphone, and WhatsApp a lot communicate to the teacher and friends. And in this school, they rarely or not many know how to use blogs as a place to share stories. Because of this, I can maybe student can try something new. And based on the background of the study, the teacher identifies the following problems in teaching writing in senior high school. For the first, student get problem to writing skill because they do not understand the correct structure so that the sentence form are not continuous. And the second, the student lack vocabulary and less interested in writing English. And the last, problem with ideas because they often lose in the middle of the writing process. And the problem of this research is the blended scaffolding method effectively applied to improve the writing skill of 10th grade student in senior high school. And the result of this study are expected to expand knowledge about one of the method, namely there is the blend scaffolding, which contributes to the process of improving student writing skill. And for the next chapter is chapter 2. For the chapter 2, I will explain about the teaching strategies. Teaching strategies are procedure used by the teacher which serve as a way to teaching a goal. And to reach the goal, teacher has the important role in the teaching and learning process because most of the output of student was determined by the teacher. And this is from La Rolimek and Pester, 1989. And to be able to manage the process of teaching, the teacher must have the strategies. There is the first group discussion and mind mapping. In group discussion, the student will be expected to actively participate in the activities in writing. And for mind map, I think it is the easiest way to put information to the brain, and I think mind maps are way recording creatively, effectively, and literally mapping our thoughts. And next, I will explain about blended scaffolding method. From Brunner Bros. 1976, scaffolding method is the method to support structured learning process. The process learning can be instruction and describe the problem into learning step, give example, and anything else based on the learner skill. Therefore, that allows students to grow independently. And from Rosette Doutis and Phrase, 2003, mentioned that blended learning, the blended learning integrates or blends learning program in different formats to achieve a common goal. And most of the time, blended learning program merge traditional classroom and online classroom. A blended learning program might present material needed for the lesson earlier through an web-based program, then teach new content of the curriculum in a classroom. So there is a method that I used to teach the student at SMK Cakrawala Bojonggede, and the social media as learning is WhatsApp and blog. WhatsApp is a cross-platform centralized instant messaging. It allows user to send text message, voice message, voice and video call, image, document, and other content. For blog, it is platform where a writer or a group of writers share their views on online or company. And I use argumentative writing to test their ability in opinion. Argumentative writing is a writing piece meant to persuade someone to think the way you do, and the argumentative essay is one which is used to present an argument surrounding to side of any particular issue. And I will explain about the teaching writing through scaffolding method in senior high school. First of all, teacher need to provide knowledge and information about writing in general, and also method scaffolding. I mean blended scaffolding as a method, and explain that they will write their argumentative on an issue. For example, I give a question for the students such as, do you agree if we do not have a vaccine yet? And then they write the answer, and then they answer in WhatsApp or blog. And then the teacher need to measure their writing ability first by asking them to write their opinion about an ongoing problem through WhatsApp group or blog. And writing assessment is necessary for the first step of writing freedom to judge. So the teacher know how to divide student into group and decide the treatment they deserve based on their ability skill. And then the teacher will let the student their own problem solving by dividing the problem into several and finding their solution. And for the next chapter is chapter 3. It is method. In this chapter, I will explain about I use quantitative research, and quantitative approach is an approach that focus on deriving conclusion for existing data using proven quantitative or general approach. And for population and sample, I use class of the 10th grade student of SMK Cakrawala, and I will use one of class of 10 grades, and the class consists 30 students. And for technique of collecting the data, the first is pretest. Pretest was used by the teacher to know student perception before learning process, and the teacher gave the student question writing test in WhatsApp group or blog, and I divide into two groups. Some student writing their argument in WhatsApp, and some student on blogs. And for the next meeting, it will take turn. And for the second is treatment. For the first, in treatment, the teacher introduced to the student of how important of learning writing, and introduce the blended scaffolding as a method. And then the next, the teacher teach the writing, and last, the teacher show presentation about the topic argumentative that they have. And the last is a post-test. For post-test, the teacher gave a post-test to determine the progress of argumentative writing skill. Students are given a random topic and the teacher asks them to write down their argument in WhatsApp or blog. It aims to see whether they have the ability to argue about agreeing or not on an issue. And then the author allows students to find information to search on their own, so that they will explore and be responsible for their answer. I think enough, Mr.
That's all, Nindi?
Yeah, that's all, Mr.
Okay, thank you very much. And now let's go with the next step. It is the question. Yeah. My first question for you, let's start with your title first. Nindi, from your title here, you're mentioning several terms. First, it is blended scaffolding method, effectiveness, and then second one, WhatsApp and blog, and then next one, learning and improving writing process. Yeah. I guess you could consult with your advisor. For the title here, it is too many variables on it. Yeah. Maybe if you want to improve the writing process, just put only improving writing process. Yeah. Not putting blog for learning and improving writing process. Yeah. Because there are too many variables and that will make you confused. That will be my first suggestion for you. And then second suggestion here for your first chapter, for the background of this study, try to focus only if you're going to use WhatsApp, just try to use WhatsApp. Yeah. And then if you try to use blog, just try to use blog. Yeah. Because if you try to mix between the use of WhatsApp, the use of blog on it, how are you going to implement this one? Yeah, that's gonna complicated kind of study, I guess. Okay, and then for your second chapter, yeah, for the literature review here, it's kind of random. Why I'm mentioning kind of random? Because you put too many alternative. First here it is using WhatsApp, and the next one using blog, and then after that one the process of learning, and then after that one process of improving the writing skill here. Okay, just try to focus. Yeah, it is a blended scaffolding method effectiveness, WhatsApp, blog. Yeah? Here we got three terms that will confuse you in conducting the research. And then for the chapter 3, this type of research, what type of research is this? Nindi?
Yes, Mr.
What type of research is this? Your chapter 3, what kind of method, what kind of research that you will conduct for this thesis proposal?
I use quantitative research.
Quantitative research. And then the type, what is it? Experimental, pure experimental, or quasi-experiment? What is it?
Experiment.
So it is an experiment one. Okay. And my next question, if it is an experiment, so what kind of treatment that you're going to give, that you're going to provide for your students?
I give argumentative question for the student, and they are can answer the answer in WhatsApp or blog.
Okay, Nindi, next question for you. You're mentioning about several technique of collecting the data. Try to re-explain it, please. How did you going to gather data for your research? What?
For the first pretest, for pretest, I divide into two groups. For some student writing their argument on WhatsApp and some student on blog. And for the next meeting, we'll take turns. And then for treatment, teacher introduce to the student of how important learning writing and introduce blended scaffolding as an approach to improve the student writing skill. And then the teacher teach the writing. And last, the teacher show presentation about the topic argumentative that they have. And for the last is a post-test. For post-test, the teacher given a random topic to the student and them to write their argument to argue about agreeing or not on an issue.
That's all?
That's all.
Okay, thank you very much. So maybe next you're going to revise your first chapter, second chapter, and then third chapter. Okay, Nindi? And then that's enough, I guess, for your 4-point presentation. Now let's try to open your complete proposal. Yeah. And I'll try to open it first. Okay, can you see it now?
Belum ya, sir.
Okay, what about now?
Yes.
Okay, so starting with your title, I want you to please try to consult more, yeah, about your title with your advisor, yeah. And then
Yes.
look at this one. It is not 2020, now it is 21, yeah. It's 2021, okay. And then for your first chapter here, you gotta put more explanations, yeah. You gotta put more explanation about skills that you choose, yeah, the skill that you choose, yeah, and then after that one you're going to mention also the expert opinions, yeah, because it seems like you got lack of expert opinion here for your first chapter, for your background of this study. Okay, you gotta add that more. And then next one for the identification of the problem. Okay. Okay, try to focus only about the writing skill. Yeah, do not put vocabulary less. Yeah, because that's will be not relevant with writing. And the next one problem with ideas, because you often lose ideas in the middle of the writing process. Yeah, so you can make this one. Yeah, but revise point number 2. Yeah, okay.
Okay, Mister.
Okay, limitation of the problem. Then, okay, you gotta mention also the class where that you're going to implement this method, yeah? Not only the school name, but also the class, what grade that you're going to teach for. Yeah. Based on the limitation of the study, the problem of this research is the plan is effectively implied to improve the writing skill. Okay. Okay, that's okay. To improve better planning method. Improve. Okay. So your objective of the study here, it's answering problem of the study. So here the objective of the study to improve the writing skill at 10th grade senior high school students. Okay. And then for the significance of the theory, that's okay. Next one, look at this. We are using 2010 above. We are not using 2010 below. Yeah. So you have to pick more. Yeah. You have to pick more reprints that can related with 2010 above. Yeah. Look at this one. It is 1993, 2003, 1986. Really? You're gonna make all your reprints here new one, yeah, the current 2010 above. Okay, look at this one, yeah. You have very classic kind of reprints. And then, okay, it seems like all of you reprints, you gotta change this one. And then do not use expert Suryadi. Who is Suryadi? Yeah, try to use Creswell, John, Harmer, yeah, Brown, that will be better, yeah. And then this one, 1970, really? You're gonna revise this, yeah? Teaching writing in senior high school, component, okay. This all 2008, we are not using this one. Use 2010, okay. Use this one, 2015, okay. And then, okay, look at this one, yeah? I'm not gonna take all the reprints that below 2010. You're gonna revise it. This one also. Okay. This will be a theoretical framework. Okay. 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 And then try to use our thesis guidance books. I have no idea where did you got this one. You got population sample, yeah? Try to use our thesis guidance books, okay? Technique of analyzing the data. Okay. Okay, I guess that's enough. Nindi, Astary, you gonna revise your thesis proposal, and then you will have only 3 days. Yeah, 3 days only to revise all of your thesis proposal, and then after that one, you may continue to the 4th chapter to the 5th chapter of your thesis. Okay, thank you very much, Nindi, Astary, for joining our proposal seminar today. And then let's end this proposal seminar here by reciting Hamdalah. Yeah, Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. And I hope also you will join the Talent and Innovation Program, like what I asked Dafa. Yeah, you gonna consult with your advisor. Who is your advisor?
Mr. Aswir.
Okay, you're gonna consult with Mr. Aswir. Sir, I would like to join Talent and Innovation Program. I want you to please to guide me how that I can compete with all the students from different universities. Okay, after this one, you're gonna talk with Mr. Aswir and then try to convince him that you will be eligible to join Talent and Innovation Program. Okay, and then the aims to join Talent and Innovation Program, so you can join the thesis defense on October. Yeah, now it is the end of September, so you have around 1 month or 2 months to provide your complete thesis, and then after that one, register for the thesis defense. Okay, Nindi, Astary, Thank you very much
Okay.
one more time, and then see you soon for your revision. Yeah, and the last, wallahul muwaffiq wal hadi ila sabilir rasyad. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Nindi.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mr.
Yeah.